Welcome to the first video of the year, the first haul of the year of the last stuff we got last year. Hello, 2023. Hello, Internet. Here with another pickups video. So we're going to do some stuff before Christmas, and we're going to do some stuff of Christmas, mainly stuff of Christmas. So get hydrated. This one's going to be a long one. I did finally crack this stuff open, the G Fuel. I'm a true gamer now, right? And I just noticed on the logo of this thing, his knuckles are there. My, it's cold out today. It's not bad. If you ever remember the candy Spree, is that picking up in there? Juicy. Yum. All right, anyway. So, I actually got this just after Christmas, but I'm going to mention it since it's not a gift. Grabbed that thing that Keanu Reeves did. He did a comic book called Berserker. You can see the resemblance. I have not read this at all yet, but excited to check it out. Berserker. So that should be cool, right? And then, all right, I'm gonna play it smart this time and stack everything away that I don't talk about. Right before Christmas, watched this movie, and holy crap, am I glad that I did. Streets of Fire. This is the Shout Factory release. Uh, their Shout Select thing got a different cover in the middle there, but I like the one that, if you know them, the Proto Men, yeah. It is a rock and roll fable, but Corey and I talked about it on the Static Zone podcast. Very cool stuff, hilarity. It's absurd in all the right ways. You just got to watch the trailer. I'll throw a link to the trailer or something in the profile every time in the description of so you guys can listen to it. Or yeah, we watched the trailer and it was basically the theme song, and we thought, wow, we need to watch this right now, and we did, and it was great. So, Streets of Fire, darling, darling, and then very much want to mention this. I just did an unboxing for it. A great game from my childhood called Zero Tolerance came out with a collection. Strictly Limited did it, or I'm sorry, yeah, Strictly Limited did it. This is it has a couple of things. I'll show you real quick. So this game was on Genesis first. Well, only Genesis. It did get a random PC port that no one mentioned anywhere. It just showed up one day. So Zero Tolerance on the Genesis. It was a bigger cartridge, but by Accolade and Technopop. Now on the back it does say one player. This is a boomer shooter. They call it an arena shooter in online somewhere. It's kind of that, I guess, but played this a lot with Tucker. Shout out to Tucker. Unfortunately, we've kind of parted ways, but my childhood best friend who introduced me to Sega and Sonic and Mystery Science Theater 3000. Holy moly. But we played this a rental on a whim, you know how it goes. And it has two-player through using a link cable. I am not joking. This is the only game that uses it. But it's a controller. It goes into controller port 2, and the other one goes into 2. And then if you have two copies of this game, you can play co-op. I've done it once, or I've done it twice. Once with Tucker because I flew down to visit him where he lives. I had the Sega Nomad, and that has a controller port on it. I plugged it in. I was player 2. He was player 1 on a TV. Very cool for 1990, whatever, right? And they did have, you could download the sort of version of Beyond Zero Tolerance on a website. Someone decided to take it the extra step and made it a cartridge. So this is not a legit copy. Just get that out there right now. But I, of course, had to have it since I was a huge fan of that game. And so why am I talking about all that? Because that's in here. Oh my gosh, he's going to die. I've done the unboxing, so I might go into a little bit more detail than what the unboxing does. My unboxing. Ow. Anyway, Strictly Limited, thank you for this. Holy crap, because I did not think I'd ever see something relevant to this game ever again. But you got the soundtrack with it, which caught me off guard because there are, as you can see, a whopping 8 tracks. The theme song, if I could play it real quick, I would, but not too much crazy on the inside there. But yeah, so That's nuts. That there's even I thought there were like 3 tracks in that thing. Everybody keeps doing these little standees in collector's editions, and I don't really care about them. But you know, you put it on this thing and you set it on your desk or whatever, I guess. Sure. There's not that much art to really go along with this game. And then you've got some posters. I will say kind of a lazy thing to do because you've got this on one side and then it's just a different color with underground. So what this is though, to further clarify, I got the PS4 version. It came out on Switch, and they also did cartridges, which I'm thinking about grabbing one as a birthday gift to myself in January. But it has technically 3 games on it: Zero Tolerance, and then Beyond, which I showed you the the fan made thing, and then Zero Tolerance Underground. I haven't gotten far enough in it. I think they're counting Underground as a separate game, even though you start in a space station, then you go to like a city rooftop, and then you go into the basement of that um, building that you land on top of or whatever. I think they're counting that as underground, but I'm not sure yet because I didn't make it that far. Anyway, though, a bunch of stickers and things, postcards, weird square postcards. Um, so I gotta say, like, I'm not a huge fan of all this stuff because it seems like a cash in to just like we printed this logo on other pieces of cardboard. Um, you know, I don't put stickers on anything anymore, but I've got a sticker of each one of those now. Uh, and then they also did postcards of art of the enemies in this game. I don't remember any of them, especially that lady. He looks like something. I don't know. Actually, I got him out of order now. I think he's in Beyond. Oh, he's on that cover that I just showed you. So, well, I mean, they used art anyway for that cover. So, um, but no. So this is Ex Roya, Ex Roya. That's him. And then this is Wizzy. What up, Wizzy? Laying down some, I don't know, spitting rhymes, right? Mostro, the Mostro with the Mostro. And then we've got totally not um Steve. That's Steve. Oh, hey, Steve. That's totally not Bane from Batman, right? Anyway, postcards I don't really care about. The collection itself I played a little bit of, which is solid. There's also this little like promo thing. Like on the back, it shows what you'd want to know about it if you were whether or not you wanted to sell this game in your store, essentially. Instruction manual. Um, Kill or be killed. Yeah, it shows underground. That's what you see when you get to the last part of the game, is like that cutscene image sort of thing. And then what is weird, you play as, for those that don't know, you have like one life per person you play as. They're dead, and then that's essentially a life, and you pick the next person. Um, what's really strange is the original one, they have the controls are set up as like on square, X, and circle as if it's ABC. And then, but they updated the controls for the next one, which is a lot easier to use, strafing and stuff, going left and right, or strafing left and right with L2 R1, the shoulder buttons. And they did something else. Okay, no, they did that. They didn't basically up modernize the controls, which annoys me a little bit. Um, but hey, I'm being nitpicky because it's amazing that I can play this game in 2022 on a modern console. Uh, the only thing that like broke my heart is it does say on the back just one player. You can see there it just says one player. Sort of can see that there. But in the game menu is where you would change it to 2 player if you had the link cable hooked up. It still says 1 player in that menu, but you can't change it. So it's just like a tease. Like, oh man, if there was any like I was not expecting them to create servers for this game or anything like that. Because again, it's like it's gonna be like me and Graham that would play it. Graham, I learned that he loves this game as well, and it figures because he's into stuff that people. It's very Graham for him to be into this game, of course. So it bums me out that there's no like online 2 player thing for a game for the only link cable supporting video game on the Genesis, but thank God for Randall Reese, right? I watched a panel with him, and he's a pretty funny guy, and he did make this game and was like in charge of it and everything. So I wondered why that's plastered. It says created by on everything in this collection. So, but that's why. Looked him up. Look him up. He's done some stuff. He's still doing stuff and programming. Zero Tolerance collection. Let's get into Christmas, shall we? Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? All right. Mm-hmm. I want to mention first that Rachel made an amazing gift for me again. It was not fully ready in time though, so I'm not going to show it yet. But as a lot of you might know, Christmas nights is one of my favorite things. There's the Japanese version right where I'm pointing in the back. She made a Christmas nights nutcracker. I will show it off once it is fully done, and people will be like, "She should sell this stuff," and then we're all going to tell her to sell this stuff. All right. Um, yeah, let's get into the Christmas gifts though. In my stocking was chapstick, Burt's Bees. No, but I got continuing from the video games, we'll keep going with those. Kirby and the Forgotten Land, pretty cool so far. I was very excited playing this demo. Because I mean, you turn into he's got mouthful mode. You suck up a car, right? Who wouldn't want to do this? I was actually more excited for this when I saw it and played the demo than like Mario Galaxy. Because if anybody can make a post-apocalyptic world adorable, it's Nintendo. But this is cool so far. Check it out. I've heard people call it the Souls of Kirby games. Whatever. And then going back to the past, very excited to check this out. The Atari 50 anniversary celebration by Digital Eclipse. They do great stuff. I'll probably buy anything Digital Eclipse puts out after that Blizzard collection with Rock and Roll Racing and Blackthorn and like the behind the scenes stuff of that. And then they did the Lion King, Aladdin, Jungle Book later on collection with a bunch of behind the scenes stuff. This is basically an interactive timeline, history, interviews, and then you can play the games they're talking about. I've heard nothing but amazing stuff about this. I really hope they start to try to do things like this with other companies, especially because not everybody who made these companies what they are around anymore. So it's good that they got them when they could here. But yeah, very cool, very awesome. So Digital Eclipse always doing good stuff. Gonna try this out very soon. Okay, let's see. I got my list over here. Oh, I'm wearing it. Max from the Goofy movie and Goof Troop as Powerline sweatshirt. Stand out among the crowd. Not gonna put that in here for DMCA. You seen a Goofy movie? It holds up. And I got this. Rachel got me that. Santa got me that. Rachel spoiled me. You guys will learn that throughout this video. And along with shirts, I really don't need more shirts, but I saw this twerp one and thought it was great. The band Twerp. Think of like if you've never heard of Tupperware Remix Party. They are awesome. They're if you what's the group that just broke up? I can't remember their name now. It was a duo. What did they did the Tron 2 soundtrack? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What's their name? What's their name? What's their name? Let's look it up. Real time, all right? I don't really edit these things, so sorry, you're gonna have to deal with this. Let's look up Tron 2 OST, and we're gonna find out who it was. Daft Punk. So think of Daft Punk, but with funnier lyrics and a little bit more disco-y, and that's Twerp. But very cool stuff. One of the best shows you'll ever see. Like the just overwhelming positivity in their shows. Um, yeah, Twerp, good stuff. And then we'll keep the music going. There's a method to my madness here. Got some vinyls, people. First up, my favorite Fall Out Boy album. Take This to Your Grave. It's a cool. Let's see what the if I can get the things out quickly enough, we'll look at the colors of them. Get a little sneak. It's like a gray. There you go. But yeah, I remember. I'll never forget record store day. The first one I like lined up for. My buddy Alex and I walked into a local shop, and this had been released on vinyl for the first time. $300. No thanks. We kept walking. But very cool to have this now. Favorite Fall Out Boy album. All right, next up, favorite Motion City soundtrack album. Commit this to memory. It's just a black one, so I won't show it off, but it's very good. I don't mean to get dramatic, but this basically got me through my sophomore year of college. This album, very cool stuff. Always relatable lyrics. Motion City soundtrack. Please check them out. Oh, good. OBS is pausing, and I think it froze. But I'm gonna keep talking, and I'm gonna keep assuming that it's going because the mic's picking up. 2023. I think it's still going. So we're gonna keep going. One more vinyl. The Miku mixes. Anamanaguchi did the song Miku, and then it has 9 remixes on here. One of them's an instrumental. I don't know if I have a favorite. I haven't listened to actually all of these yet, but that has a cool color to it. So let's bust that out. Bust that out real quick so you guys can see the neato color they did on this vinyl. Miku is turquoise, and I don't know if you saw the fun little colorful cassette she's got holding there. That'll surely work. There you go. That's a fun, like tealish color. Yeah, cool. Cool. I'm gonna try to get these back where they were and not leave myself as much of a mess as I have before. That is most that is most of the music stuff, but one more musical thing. Oh, actually, that means that now I have everything, their whole library on vinyl, because I'm a fan. On Monoguchi, if you don't know, Fall Out Boy, I think everybody knows, pop punk, or whatever they are now, power pop, Motion City Soundtrap, Motion City Soundtrack, pop punk, chiptunes, pop punk. I'm a one-trick pony, aren't I? What was I looking at now? Let's see here. Oh yeah, one last thing related to music though. I got a distortion pedal for my guitar. So I've got some stuff. I've just been messing around and writing stuff, but you know, boss, good old distortion pedal. Haven't been able to use it yet because I need to restring my guitar. Then I can keep writing those whiny punk songs, right? Um, yeah. So books, let's read them. You and I love them. Anybody heard of Ernest Cline? He wrote something after Ready Player One called Armada. Ready Player Two, huge fan of. I loved Ready Player One. But this one is pretty cool. So Ernest Cline, the thing he wrote after Ready Player One, and so that'll be fun. I've been reading this. Very excited it finally came out. Not that it's a quick process to ever make a book or anything. Movie Making Nerd by James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd. So this is his autobiography. I'm digging it so far. Already learning a lot of stuff I did not know about him. Angry video game nerd. Whether or not you're a fan of his, he created a genre that exploded on YouTube. So he was a YouTube sensation before there was YouTube, and but yeah, he was a, whether or not I realized it, an inspiration to the unboxing parodies I do. So very cool to get this. I have an easier time reading books like this than um, sometimes fiction. It's got to grab me, but stuff about people that I'm interested in, I have an easier time. I'm not a big reader because I'm a slow reader, but I am looking forward to reading more of this. He really was into making movies like as soon as he could hold a camera almost. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool to read about all that. All right. And let's see here. That was books. More stuff from the stocking, shall we? Speaking of sci-fi movies, sort of whatever. Anybody remember this trading card game? Holy crap. Yes, indeed. That's right. Mulder and Scully. Watch what happens when we look their faces like that. Oh, it's Chris Kattan now. Nope, just kidding. It's David Duchovny. Um, collectible card game. I did play this back in the day. What would that have been, like 96 or something? Um, so this is a starter pack. So we've got the the rule guide, the rule books and stuff, and then just hold up one quick card here. The Manitou stalks his prey. A lot of information on that card. Let's see if I can actually get it to focus here. Bear with my shaky hand for a second. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna. Don't think so. But there's other cards that have like, shots from the show on it. Is that gonna? There it goes. Don't mind the blister on my gross hand from drumming too hard. But yeah, it's got a bunch of different things in here. So you try to solve mysteries. You try to beat conspiracies. Um, I remember liking this game, but not playing a whole lot of it because I think it was a little over my head at the time. But I'm excited to maybe try it again. Um, when we went to Steel City Con here in Pittsburgh, there were booths. There was one booth that was just straight up just all trading cards, and I had to ask, like, how do you guys stumble across this stuff? Is because it's sealed. Like none of this is open. You have full packs of things, and they're like buying storage units, bidding on storage units. These things are inside. That's pretty much it. Um, Along with those cards, though, they had a bunch of these baby sliders. Anybody remember that TV show? I know you remember X Files. Anybody watching this definitely remembers X Files. Um, yeah, I got these. There. Oh nope, don't look at bugs if you're scared of bugs. Buy more sliders merch, and then this is a shiny thing. Not sure how well that's gonna show up. So I think there's only like 9 or 8 of those or something. Whoops. That's worth nothing now. Oh, it says 2 of 6 on the back. Yeah, there's a lot of weird, silly stuff. So I really liked this show. We're actually gonna watch the pilot soon on the Static Zone. That should be a good time, whether Corey likes it or not. Some of these cards are like, let me see if I can find the one here that was a yeah. This says Motion Works 2 of 2. I don't know how this is going to play on camera. You can kind of see it's like one like John Rice Davies. Oh, I forget his next name. Come on. What's his? Uh, Levant Derricks, who plays Rembrandt Brown. That's not working. That's I don't know why I'm trying, but you can kind of see if there's another picture in there. But it says like 2 of 2. So I guess there's another one that's probably Quinn and um Wade. Yeah, sliders. Who remembers that? Man, what a show. Was it great? Was it horrible? We're about to find out again. But no, they had like, they had these packs, and then they also had the box of the packs. There was one box sealed, and I think each of these was like $2 or something. And that pack altogether would have been like $40 basically if I decided to buy it. I wasn't gonna do that. I don't need to. I don't need. I like having a couple of these, and I collect limited run game cards, limited, yeah, limited run cards, trading cards. So I need to get a binder fall, stuff like these. But it was cool to get a couple of packs, but I'm not going to go down that hole of trying to collect them all. I did learn there's 72 in the full set or something like that. No, I don't need that. Got to get some of that Knuckles juice, right? Couple more things here. This is very cool, and I'll mention the Etsy shops. Pins of Metal Knuckles and Tails doll. Get a little sticker with it too. This is from Steve Sharp, it looks like. And on the receipt, they drew a fun little thing of Mecha Knuckles, or Metal Knuckles. Isn't that cool? Thank you very much, Rachel, because she's Santa. So, very neat. I'll put a link to their store in the description. I will not put a link to the store of this next pin because it's part of a secret pin trading group. But holy moly, these are custom made. You don't see much, if anything, for this game. You see some, you can tell who my boy is, right? So if I'm talking about pins, I just showed you Knuckles and Tails. What do you think it's going to be? Holy crap. Knuckles Chaotix, the full set. And even Ray, this flying squirrel from Sega Sonic. I think Vector's feeling it, right? He's the Crocagator. But this is amazing stuff from Toy Saurus Games. They do a lot of cool custom repros as well. But look at the chain and everything. Look at that. Connecting the rings, because that's how the game was. It was weird and not many people liked it, but who cares? Yeah, I don't even want to, like, I want to hang this up. You can, it's got, they're, like, each one got 2 things, but I don't want to take away the background, you know? Like, if I could find, maybe I could just pin, I don't know. We got a cork board. We got a second cork board because it's how much crap we have pinned up. All right, speaking of crap, I got another pop. All right, you want to see something sinful? Oh no, the value's dropping exponentially. it was worth tens of dollars before. So Cowboy Bebop is my favorite anime, and Ein is my favorite character in it. He's the corgi. But look at this. There he is, hanging out in the back. Stop focusing on my big dumb hands and look at this pop, please. Camera. Focus. Camera. What if I do this? Whoa. There we go. Look how cute he is, hanging out in the back. What's even better is this is, I think, from my favorite episode, which is mushroom hunting, where they have to get some shiitake mushrooms or something back. And the fun part is the random part where there's a cow blocking the train and whatever, yada yada yada. I'm spoiling it for anyone that's never seen it, but Ein talks to the yeah, Ein says thank you to the cow. A dog speaking to a cow. Best part of that show. Best anime? Pops. Last but not least, one of the coolest things, another Etsy shop that I will share. Actually, I did, let's see here. Retro Saga is who made this. Um, but you want to keep your consoles clean, right? You want to keep them dust free. What better way than a dust cover? It looks like Crazy Taxi. Look at that. It's on my Dreamcast. See? Got to keep that Quake sticker clean, right? So you put this right on it when you're not playing it, and it's got the butthole in the back so that it can stay plugged in, which is probably not great to do while you have it dust covered. Um, but look at that. It's a taxi. It's a crazy taxi. Protected from that crazy dust. And it's got the license plate if you didn't see on the front there. Yep, I forget what that means. It says it on the back too. I think that's Axel's. Maybe not. Gus was 777 or something like that, right? Um, all right. This has been you've seen the timestamp. We're going on half an hour here. But that's everything I got for Christmas, everybody. So, how did you make out? Did you do well? Did you get a lot of stuff? Let me know down below. Ring that bell. I don't know what people say anymore. I'm gonna have some more Knuckles juice. And now that I'm hopped up on this, I might go play some Zero Tolerance. The trophies in that are fun too, because you torch enemies and stuff like that. I had to remember that you do have to clear out the levels to actually beat the game. Maybe I'll talk more about that game on this channel. I don't know. Mmm. That's the stuff. That's gonna do it though, everybody. Um, I don't like to post all these piles on my socials anymore. I prefer to do these pickups so that you guys can kind of see a little bit more detailed stuff. Um, Links accordingly to the individual creators, the Etsy artists, and all that cool stuff down below. No music in the background this time because I found that was distracting me. So hope you all had Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and Happy New Year. 2023 is gonna be nuts. Depending on when people watch this, I am going to be at MagFest just on Saturday, hanging out with some people and playing in a Windjammers tournament, playing in a Saturn Bomberman tournament. So excited for that. But yeah, guys, got some new stuff in the works for 2023. Not announcing anything because I don't even know. I don't know. You never want to, kick yourself in the butt before you take that first step. That's how that analogy goes. Yeah, guys, got a lot of stuff. Probably more stuff coming. I know I hit up some sales already, so stuff's gonna be on its way. Maybe I'll do a Magfest haul. I don't know. We'll see. Static Zone podcast. We just did Streets of Fire, all that other good things. I will say that I'm not collecting as much going forward because I really do want to get to stuff I want to play. Like I'm so excited about the games that I did get. And Saturn's I've stopped collecting for that other than very casually. Dreamcast. But the thing is, and I'll give props to the person putting this into my head, TJ Kitsune. I'll put a link to his pickups video because he mentioned it in his as well. Collect the stuff you want, collect to play it, and collect it because you enjoy it. Not in hopes of reselling, not just because it's like, whoa, I don't have that Genesis game. Cartridges I've really leaned away from because those are such a 50-50 shot on whether or not they work if they're used because you never know what you're getting from previous owners, unfortunately. So yeah, and I kind of got to save up for the big stuff that's in real life. Priorities, people, right? I think that is gonna do it though. I'm gonna sit here now and try to figure out how to take a picture of all this crap for a thumbnail. Maybe I'll just lay it on the floor and lay on top or something. But hey, happy holidays. Thanks for tuning in. I do want to thank everybody that does watch all these. You guys rock. I'm amazed that people enjoy me talking about all this nonsense, but it is what it is. Been doing YouTube for a while, unboxings, just all the support. Thank you so much, everybody. And I'll see you in the next one.